We never got the movie ending. No final speech, no closing scene. No dramatic words between us. No explanation for what happened. One day we were making plans, the next day strangers again. Like the pages of our story were torn out by the wind. I spent months searching for answers, trying to understand. But some things aren't meant to make sense, no matter how hard we plan. Maybe not every ending needs a reason why. Maybe some people leave without a last goodbye. Maybe we're better without goodbye, without another reason to cry, without reopening old wounds, without reliving the truth. And maybe silence said enough. Maybe letting go is love. Maybe we're better without goodbye, even if it still hurts sometimes. To imagine meeting again, saying all the perfect things, but every version in my head changed absolutely nothing, because the ending already happened. Whether we talked or not, and healing wasn't waiting for you. It was learning what I've got. Now I'm building something new, a life that doesn't need closure, a future that's bigger than the story that is over. Goodbyes don't always bring peace. Sometimes they bring more pain. Sometimes acceptance arrives when we stop needing explanations. Maybe we're better without goodbye, without asking one more why, without chasing what is gone, without trying to hold on. Maybe the lesson was enough. Maybe the memory is love. Maybe we're better without goodbye, and that's alright tonight. Forward and letting be. How do you get back to a new life once you let your old one go? I keep trying to push through it. My hands are on the wheel, but I ain't even got control of the direction I am going. You broke my heart, but not my soul. I'm still broken, but I'm breathing. God only knows the reason for these demons that I'm keeping. I'm still broken, but I'm breathing. You broke my heart, but not my soul. I look at my reflection in the mirror and the damage doesn't show. There's a light inside that's fighting through the shadows, and the cracks are starting to glow. I feel it. I know it. You broke my heart, but not my soul. I'm still still broken, but I'm breathing. God only knows the reason for these demons that I'm keeping. I'm still broken, but I'm breathing. You broke my heart, but not my soul. Your coffee cup is still in the cabinet. Your sweater still hangs by the door. It's funny how the smallest things can hurt more than before. This apartment feels much bigger now. Every room echoes your name. The silence has a way of talking, and nothing feels the same. I keep expecting you to call me, like somehow you'll come back. But reality keeps pulling me further from our past. I try to lock away the memories, but they keep finding me, like shadows in the hallway, like waves out at sea. You're the ghost of us, living in my mind, walking through the moments that we left behind. Every laugh, every touch, every promise made. You're the ghost of us, and you won't fade away. I saw someone who looked like you, standing in the pouring rain. For a second my heart believed you were coming back again. But love doesn't rewrite endings, and time won't reverse itself. So I'm learning how to carry this story on my shelf. Not every chapter gets rewritten, not every wish comes true. Sometimes the hardest thing is knowing there's no more me and you. Maybe ghosts only stay alive when we refuse to let them go. Maybe peace begins the moment we accept what we already know. You were real, you were beautiful, you were mine for a while, and that's enough. You're the ghost of us, but your power's fading now. I can finally see the future without asking why or how. You'll always be a memory, but no longer my pain. You're the ghost of us, and I'm letting you fade away. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I thought I'd wake up feeling different, like the pain would disappear overnight. But the mirror shows the same old person, still learning how to survive. Your picture hides inside my drawer now, but sometimes I still take it out. I trace the smile I used to know, then put it back and let it go. The world keeps spinning all around me, while I'm stuck somewhere in between yesterday and who I'll be. A heart that's searching for relief. Some wounds don't fade all at once. Some tears need time to dry. I'm learning not to rush the process, learning how to say goodbye. I'm healing in slow motion, one breath at a time, finding little pieces of the life I left behind. Though the nights are lonely and the road is long, I'm getting stronger every day, even when it feels wrong. Healing in slow motion, but at least I'm moving on. The songs we love don't hurt as much now, though I still skip a few. The places where we used to go feel less like ghosts of you. I started laughing without force and started dreaming once again. Started trusting that tomorrow might become a better friend. I know recovery isn't perfect, there are days I still fall apart, but every step I'm taking is rebuilding my heart. Maybe healing isn't forgetting, maybe it's remembering less. Maybe it's carrying the memory without carrying the stress. Maybe it's waking up one morning and finally feeling free. Not because you disappeared, but because I found me. I'm healing in slow motion, and that's enough for now. Every scar is proof that I survived somehow. The rain won't last forever, the sun is breaking through. I'm healing in slow motion and becoming someone new. One breath, one day, one step closer, I'll be okay. Winter stayed longer than expected. Cold winds living in my heart. Everything felt frozen, everything fell apart. The flowers wouldn't bloom, the sky refused to clear. I thought I'd stay broken for another year, but somewhere underneath the surface, something quietly survived, waiting for the sunlight, waiting to come alive. Even the longest winter eventually meets spring. It's my healing season, my time to grow again, my time to find the colors hidden underneath the pain. The flowers are returning, the sunlight's breaking through. It's my healing season, and I'm becoming new. I can feel life returning, like music in my veins. The things that once felt impossible don't feel so far away. I laugh a little easier, dream a little more. The future doesn't scare me like it did before. The cracks inside my heart have made room for the light, and every step I'm taking feels a little more right. Growth is slow, but growth is real, and every day I learn to heal. It's my healing season, the beginning It's my healing season, and I'm becoming new. Spring is here, and so am I. Held on long after the ending, long after the final goodbye, carrying pieces of a story that wasn't mine to rewrite. I thought if I loved you enough, somehow things would change. But love can't force a heart to stay, no matter how much pain. So here I am with open hands, trying something new, not holding on to yesterday, not holding on to you. It's hard to release what once felt like home, but harder to stay where you've already grown. I'm learning to let go, learning how to breathe, learning that my happiness doesn't have to leave with you. I'm learning to let go, even when it's hard, trusting that what's meant for me will find me where I am. The future doesn't look so scary now that I'm not looking back. The road ahead is still uncertain, but at least it's my path. I've stopped fighting reality, stopped wishing things were different, and somehow in acceptance I discovered freedom. The weight is getting lighter, the sky is getting clear. The person I'm becoming is finally appearing. Maybe letting go isn't losing something dear, maybe it's creating space for something better here. I'm learning to let go, and every day I'm growing. Every step away from pain is a step toward knowing that love can lead, and life goes on. I'm learning to let go and becoming strong. Let it go, let it go, and watch me grow. It's 2 a.m. and the city sleeps, but I'm awake with memories. Your side of the bed is cold tonight, like all the promises left behind. The photographs still line the wall, frozen moments before the fall. I keep replaying every word, looking for answers that never were. I thought that love could conquer pain, I thought we'd dance through every rain. Now all that's left is silence here, and echoes that I still can hear. Some nights I blame myself, some nights I blame the stars, trying to understand how we fell apart. This is my midnight therapy, just me and these broken dreams, talking to the moon count the days you've gone. Now I count the ways I've grown, learning how to stand alone, turning this house back into a home. The pain still visits from time to time, like an old song stuck in my mind, but it doesn't own me anymore. I'm stronger than I was before. The girl who cried herself to sleep is slowly finding peace. The heart you left in pieces is learning how to beat. Every scar reminds me how far I've come. Every sunrise whispers keep moving on. This is my midnight therapy, just me and these broken dreams, talking to the moon again, wishing I could make amends. But every tear that's falling down is washing away what hurt me now. Maybe healing starts with me, inside this midnight therapy. Maybe you were just a lesson, not the ending of my story. Maybe losing you was leading me toward a different kind of glory. The darkness taught me how to shine. The heartbreak helped me find my light. And though your memory still remains, it no longer holds the chains. This is my midnight therapy, where I found the missing piece of me. No longer begging for yesterday, no longer wishing you would have stayed. Now every tear is turned to strain, every wound has found its place. Maybe healing starts with me, inside this midnight therapy. It's 2 a.m., but I'm alright. The moon still shines, and so do I. And so do I. I remember crying on the bathroom floor, thinking I couldn't take the hurt anymore. Every promise shattered like broken glass, every dream disappearing into the past. I carried the weight of what went wrong, blaming myself for far too long, wishing I could rewind the hands of time, back before you stopped being mine. I thought the pain would always stay, like a storm that never fades away. But little by little I learned to see, the end of us wasn't the end of me. Every tear became a lesson, every wound became a guide. What once felt like destruction was rebuilding me inside. The scars you left behind turned into stars that shine, lighting up the darkest nights, helping me find my light. What almost broke my heart became the strongest part. Now every scar reminds me who we are. Scars turn into stars. I stopped looking for someone to save me, stopped needing your apology, started finding strength in my own name, and nothing has been the same. The mirror shows a different face, someone going through the pain, someone who survived the fire and learned to dance inside the rain. The nights were always needed. Maybe the light was trying to get through. Maybe every heartbreak carried a better version of you. The scars you left behind turned into stars that shine. Now they guide me through the dark like a map inside my heart. I don't hate the things we've been. I don't need to start again, because every scar reminds me who we are. Scars turn into stars. Stars inside my heart. I'm still standing, I'm still here. I still see a shadow in the hallway light. Every little memory keeps me up at night. Your picture on my phone, but I've been sleeping alone, trying to learn how to breathe without you. Some days feel like forever, some nights never end. I keep asking myself, will I ever love again? But time will heal, even when the scars are deep. Time will heal, even when my heart can't sleep. I was lost inside the pain, drowning in the pouring rain. Now I'm learning how to feel, 'cause time will heal. I used to blame myself for everything that broke, holding on to promises that vanished like smoke. My mind was a battlefield, a wound that wouldn't seal. But every sunrise gave me one more reason. I know I'm getting stronger, though the road is hard to see. The person I was before is not who I'm meant to be. But time will heal, even when the scars are deep. Time will heal, even when my heart can't sleep. I was lost inside the pain, drowning in the pouring rain. Now I'm learning how to feel, 'cause time will heal. Baby, love was never meant to stay. Maybe it was here to show the way. Through the tears and broken dreams, I'm finding pieces left in me. Time will heal, and the darkness slowly fades. Time will heal, like the sunlight through the gray. Though your memory is real, it no longer breaks my will. Now I finally can believe time will heal. Time will heal, and so I'm still standing, I'm still here. I remember the night my world fell apart. The silence silence after the goodbye. The way the darkness filled every corner, the way I couldn't stop asking why. I remember the tears on the bathroom floor, the nights that refused to end, the feeling that happiness would never find me again. I carried heartbreak like an anchor, dragging it everywhere I went, certain the pain would last forever, certain I was permanently bent. But time had other plans. While I was busy surviving, time was quietly healing. Time always wins, no matter how deep the scar, no matter how dark the night, no matter how lost you are. Time always wins, it softens every pain, turns heartbreak into wisdom, turns sunshine from the rain. Time always wins. The days became easier slowly, so slowly I barely noticed. One smile, one laugh, one sunrise at a time. The memories lost their sharp edges, the tears stopped falling so often. The person staring back from the mirror started looking alive again. And then one day it happened, a day that felt completely normal, a day I didn't think about you, a day I smiled without effort, and that's when I knew healing doesn't arrive loudly, it arrives quietly. Time always wins, against fear, against regret, against every wound that hasn't healed yet. Time always wins. Time always wins, patient and undefeated, teaching broken hearts how to keep beating. Oh. To anyone standing in the darkness, thinking the pain will never end, hold on. The version of you waiting on the other side is stronger than you can imagine. Every scar becomes a lesson, every ending becomes a beginning, every storm eventually runs out of rain. Just hold on. Time always wins, and so will you. The nights won't last forever, the sky will turn blue. Time always wins, and one day you'll see the person you become will thank the person you used to be. Time always wins, and so will you. Time always wins, and so will you. One more sunrise, one more chance, one more step, one more sunrise. Time always wins, and so do you. Time always wins. My phone is full of things I never say, words I typed and threw away, paragraphs written at 3 a.m., trying to explain how broken I've been. I still remember your last goodbye, the way you couldn't meet my eyes, like you had already left before, walking out that final door. Every draft holds another memory, Every sentence holds a piece of me, 1,000 conversations trapped in time. Between your silence and my mind, I keep writing to someone who isn't listening anymore. Trying to close a chapter that already closed its door. These unsent messages filling up my screen. Everything I wish you know, everything you never see. 1,000 words between us, a million tears unseen. These unsent messages still belong to me. Sometimes I read them back again and wonder how we've reached the end. The things I wanted most to say don't really matter anyway, because closure isn't in your reply, it's in finally saying goodbye. Not to you, but to the hope that we'd somehow survive. I've learned some questions stay unanswered, some wounds don't need a reason why, and some love stories end forever, even when we still try. Maybe these messages aren't for you, maybe they're for me. Proof of everything I survived, proof that